I don't know how long this is gonna allow me to be on here without messing up, but I am live. Giving the glory and honor to God. I do want to thank Him for waking me up this morning and starting me on my way. Um, I've literally, I don't know, in the past 12 hours, have had a wake up call in the midst of me going to bed, doing my normal prayer to waking up, and I've been making like boss moves. So just to be transparent, last year I tried to start a business. Of course, COVID hit, and where the state that I live in, because I don't know how many people are going to watch this, the state I live in, the town, the city I live in, everybody was doing the same thing. Literally, from lip gloss, the same vending clothing, everybody had the same stuff. So I paused, I pumped my brakes, and I said, I got to go back to the drawing board because one thing for sure, I do not want to do what everybody else is doing. So just to be transparent, there was still some legal paperwork that I needed to receive. It is important that you get your God, stop. I'm sorry, y'all, my dog. It's important that you get all your legal documentation in order. First things first. Second of all, because a lot of people don't talk about how they got there. They just talk about I went from rags to riches, basically. I went from no dollars to $12,000, and they're not telling you really how to get there. Make sure you get your EIN number. Make sure you're getting your sales tax ID. Make sure you're registered with your city and state. Make sure you're printing all documentation. You're keeping receipts. Anything you're spending from pens to paper to ink, gas, like save all of that because you can claim that on your taxes. This journey has not been easy at all. There's been times where I wanted to give up for sure, for sure. I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. It's a headache, but the drive that I have to be my own boss, and I've been actually as a little girl, yeah, I been talking about being my own boss. So it's in me. I just gotta push through all the trials because nothing comes easy. Make sure your name is legal. I mean, not legal. Make sure your name is available. You do need to make sure that surf the web. That's how you make sure nobody has it. Make sure if you get something, see if you can get it trademarked. Um, what else do I need to talk about on the business aspect? Make sure you have like your labor printer, your business cards, your thank you cards. If you depending on what business you're going in, let's see. I'm trying to think of what else because I did not write anything down. This is going off the top of my head. Make sure you're organized. Okay, this is my handy dandy friend. I literally have to charge her up because she just died. Make sure you're organized. Okay, all your paperwork. I literally bought this. Don't judge me. I bedazzled it a little bit. Some of them fell off. But I have all my receipts in here. Okay, every receipt. Matter of fact, I'm glad I said that because I just paid for something and I stick it in here. So basically, all the papers or all the receipts in this for now are going in my file. And I'm going to mark one of these for 2020. And so then when I add 2021s in here at the end of the year when I file my taxes, I'm going to add another one because it's 2021. Okay. So make sure your name is available. Get your I don't know, you want a sole proprietorship, LLCs, or however which way you want to lean. Make sure you have your funds, ducks in a row. Make sure you are organized because it is very easy to get unorganized. And I have a creative mind. So my mind is literally here, 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 24/7. And sometimes I have to reel it back in, okay? Because it's like my brain don't shut off constantly. Like, it does not shut off. Sorry, did I look a mess? I just got off a webinar. That went very well. I'll be introducing a lot of you guys to that soon because I did just get started with that. It don't hurt to invest in yourself. That is very important. I preach that to my son. If you're going to make anybody rich, it should be you. If you're going to invest in anything or anyone, it should be you. Why not you? Okay. So enough on the transparent and the business. I'm still finding my way. Still, and I don't want to say the beginner stages. It was a lesson learned last year. So I know the do's and don'ts. I don't know what my granny's talking about, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm about to call her in a minute. I know. I'm sorry if she calls, but I'm trying to see what she's talking about. But if you do want to start a business, and you're put back money, if you get a paycheck and your check's between 6 and 8, put up 100 every time you get paid and let it accumulate. Don't touch it. Act like it's not even there. It's invisible. And then you get started that way. So yeah, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I am shy. So being on here is new to me. Oh, okay. Sorry. I've been waiting on that text. Life is about being uncomfortable. So minus the business part. Now I'm about to be transparent. Life, my life, your life, my life. If I can just help one person, that's good enough for me. Somebody was just born. If you think about it. We take life for granted every day. We don't realize how valuable life is day to day. There's people that's younger than us whose life spans are short, and they're put on earth for a purpose. And that purpose could be big, small, but as long as they feel that, God's going to call them home. I'm sorry, y'all. God's going to call them home because they have fulfilled their purpose. And we may not understand why, how, they were young, they had so much life in them. But again, once you feel your purpose, you're not going to be here anymore. Either you're going to be, and I watch Pastor Michael Todd a lot, and he's helped me get through a lot of stuff. A lot of his sermons are great. And one thing that he had taught in one of his sermons was a lot of people are rich in the wrong field. You're rich in a field you don't even qualify for because that's not what God gave you to be rich in. Because he provides. So either you're going to be a paper chaser or a purpose chaser. Which one are you? Because there for a while, I was paper chasing. Oh, this job pays more, I'm going to go over here. This job pays more, I'm going to go over there. At a point in time, I was actually working 3 jobs. Kid you not. I was working a day shift job. I sat with some children, and then I had a 3rd shift job. And I was constantly rotating. I was constantly exhausted. Barely was able to spend time with my child. It was hard on me. So I had to step back and think, okay, me working 3 jobs, still not going to get me anywhere. It's benefiting me to pay my bills, but it's not benefiting me in the way I I, and hopefully God, the reason why I'm here, it's benefiting me that way, if you understand what I'm saying. I feel like I've been through a lot of stuff, and to keep my mouth closed is not in me anymore. Just be very quiet, shy, didn't talk much, didn't say how I felt really. But I'm in a point in my life, being quiet is not an option. It's not an option anymore. You got to be transparent to help someone along their journey. So that's the reason why we go through things. We go through things to help the next person. A lot of people go through things and they don't want to talk about it. So how can you help someone? We got to help the next generation so they don't repeat what we went through. Especially the pandemic now in 2021. It's not like when I was younger. We can be outside from dusk to dawn, dawn to dusk. I was outside all the time. I didn't want to go in the house. Okay? So, just the generation that we're living in, kids aren't even making it to 18. And it's sad. Teach your kids the reason why they're really here. It's not to look good. It's not to flex for someone that don't even care about you. It's not to, oh, well, I got the Jordans on my feet and you got buddies. It's not for, oh, you're rocking Coach and Louis Vuitton while I got on Walmart clothes. Because at the end of the day, and this might go over somebody's head, if God was to unclothe you right now at your naked truth, from showing you from the beginning when you was able to say yes and no, lying, stealing, and cheating, backstabbing people, you name it, if God was to be able to reveal that, all of those things right now to the world, to the people that you are flexing for, would you be happy with your life that you hide behind? Because everyone's hiding behind something. I refuse to hide behind any of my choices and decisions that I have made. If anyone asks, I love to be transparent. I will always speak from experience. And if I haven't went through it myself, I can't give you advice. I cannot help you along your journey. Maybe you need to go seek help somewhere else. So again, I'm going to repeat this. If God was to unclothe you, take off that Louis Vuitton, take off that Coach, them Jordans, the Walmart clothes, the buddies, whatever you want to call them, because Vans are buddies. They just got a label on them. And they're a little bit high in quality. But Vans are buddies that you get from the Dollar General, okay? Let's be clear. They got a thicker sole on them. That's pretty much it. And they probably got cushion in it. Would you be okay? I'm sorry, y'all. They keep texting me. I got text messages. Lord. It's fine. Just got me. Okay. Whoops, I repeated myself twice. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. That was a business text. But anyways, are you okay with your flaws? Do you understand why you're here? Do you know your purpose? Do you know your purpose? Is really a question you need to ask yourself. Do you know why you're here? None of this matters. Like I told my son yesterday, me and him had a life talk. Yeah, I got a car. Yes, I have a house. And yes, I have TVs. And yes, I have money in the bank. And yes, I have a tablet and a phone and a laptop. Yes, I have all these things. But you can't take anything with you. You can't. The money in your bank account, when you go away from here, that money's going to be sitting there. Do you understand that? You want to go buy a $50,000 car you can't afford because you want to flex and show people you got bread who don't even care about you. Literally, they can be like, oh, that car is dope. Yeah, bro. And that's it. That's all you get. For what? For what? It doesn't matter at all. Is your soul right? Is what you need to be asking yourself. Are you right? If God was to come back right now, have you forgiven people that has done you wrong? Let's say that again. Have you forgiven people that have wronged you? And have you asked to be forgiven? That's the bigger picture. Have you? It took me a long time to get to where I'm at today. A long time. I've been going through a storm for a very long time. Some by choice and some that wasn't. By a very long time, I've been going through a storm, and I still don't know why I went through some of that. Like I said, some of it was by choice. Some of it was a question mark. But I do know one thing. I stand to tell my testimony. I'm not going to make this video too much longer because it is 20 minutes. Almost. So, in closing, do you know your purpose? Have you forgiven and asked to be forgiven? And third, if God was to reveal to people that you are flexing for, that don't care about you, have you accepted all your flaws? And would you be okay with the life that God reveals to them? Who you truly are? You need to ask yourself those questions and write them down and have an answer. And then you can ask the people around you that's in your circle the same question. Because if you're around people that's not elevating you, then you're around the wrong crowd of people. You need someone that's going to push you. But always remember, as you're getting pushed, who comes first? God. God has to be front and center to steer because you can't do it. You're going to run off the road. Okay? That's part of life. I've been in hell and high water. I kid you not. I've been in hell and high water. But through all of that, God's hand was still on me. There's a calling on my life. I don't know what it is just yet. I ain't tapped into it. Because I'm just now getting to a point in my life where I am spending time with myself and God. Loving me, my flaws and all in God. It's called being transparent. But the stuff that I've been through, I will do another video on. I'm going to do probably a couple series because it's going to take a minute. I'm going to try to nip it down to 15 minutes. But, and I'll write out some little stuff to discuss with you guys as well. Like I said, it's all about being transparent and helping the next person. Don't never feel like you too good to help somebody. Because the same way you got there and you up here, God can snatch it away and you be back down to ground level. So that's all I wanted to say. I love you guys. Love, peace, and church tea.